thank you very much. Sorry about being a little bit late there. Wasn't about twice what I expected, but not too bad, at least not Ricada level. At least I don't think so. All right, so let's work in there. All right, and we seem to be at least relatively in focus this time around. I did set it up ahead of time. Alrighty. So, I did the members only stream last night. We had about average about one and a half people in at a time. It wasn't too bad, but apparently it's helpful if I interact with chat more than I was doing. I seemed to get distracted and wasn't able to focus as well as I normally do. So I'm at least thinking that I might try and have these at least until I get enough members that we can get more people in on a members only stream. All right, and so we have one waterfall left to go, and then we're ready to go into bags 2. So what I got done was most of these trees, this walkway here, second half of this boat, and this waterfall. So we go ahead and bring it up like that. Oops, don't have to chat up. There we go. Hey, Marmar, it's good to see you back again. Hello, Gwen. All right, and okay, so I did wind up finishing up that waterfall, and so we're going to go for the next waterfall, which will use up the last of those transparent clear and transparent blue. And I started getting the habit of calling them diamond and sapphire pieces, since they're kind of like those colored gemstones. Carefully get these out here. I don't want to knock any on the floor again. At least I don't appear to have knocked any on the floor that I didn't have enough of. I have noticed that the what was I going to say? I think it was just that the trees fall apart really easily. And I'm going to try and do a little bit of sorting ahead of time here. Make it a little easier to find some of these parts, because I was spending a fair amount of time searching, and if I sort a little bit, that might alleviate the need to do that. So I'll try a little bit of sorting. This individual one should probably be there. Right. And those are forms. Individual ones here. So I'm thinking for members only streams that I was thinking that I would try and do a lot of these Legos as members only, but I'm not sure that'll work until we get a larger group of members. I think we only have like about 8 members of the channel right now, 8 to 12, somewhere around that range. And I know, of course, I'm going up against Karen Reed trial recaps, which does kind of impact the available audience. And I'm thinking things that I can do for the members that'll make it worth it for them to want to maintain membership. One of the things I was thinking of, and I mentioned it to Marmar last night, was when I get the store set up, I think for the base level membership, the Mardai level, I would offer like a 5% discount for the channel store, and for the Takadai level membership, 10% discount, and then maybe have like a floating, not floating, words are not reaching my my mouth very easily tonight. I'm not sure why that is. Probably because I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night, which is another reason why I'm doing another braiding stream. My wrist has been bothering me a little bit more as of late, and I can do this without aggravating it. And unfortunately, the Takadai still is a bit more stress on the wrist than I'd like when it's not filling well. I think that's probably enough to get started. Let's go ahead and sort some of these out. We'll be starting off mainly with the diamond one soon. But yeah, what I was trying to say as far as the discount is that offer like a longevity bonus. So if they've had their membership for 6 months, they get an extra 1% off up to 30 months or 2.5 years, which would give them another 5% total. So theoretically, you can get 10% at the Mardai level and 15% at the Takadai level. And I think I could probably do that without having a major impact on being able to keep the web store open. And since there is benefit from, I get monetary benefit from people having memberships, that would also help provide that and for the maintenance and upkeep of the store. I did get the saw set up and running pretty well. And I'm actually at the point where I should be able to essentially just get the wood I need and start making parts, specifically the warping stands and the Takadais, and possibly Maradais. I'm thinking of different ways that I can do the mirror for the Maradais. So I'm hoping to do those as well. And I do already have the molds for the Tama, so I can do a production run of those whenever I need to. Unfortunately, it's like $5 for just the shells per Tama, which it's about the same as wood is. I just don't have the lathe equipment necessary to make those out of wood. And I did buy the molds to do that. And I actually really like the way they come out. They're nice and durable, and I don't have to worry about humidity. I use steel cores for the weights, so there's not really a toxicity issue because a lot of the wood Tamas use lead cores. I know a lot of them don't as well, but it's traditional. You want dense material because it's hard to get enough weight in a small enough package to be effective. Though the difference between steel, lead, and tungsten is not as great as you would expect for a package that size, or in a package that size. All right, I think that's mostly separate out there. Let me catch up with chat. I know I've been falling behind there. Let's see. Thank you, Gwen. I appreciate that. You thought about increasing the discount the longer someone is a member? Yep. Oops. Hey, D. Robertson, welcome. Yeah, I am scheduled in 9 days to get a CAT scan done on my wrist, and they won't, I can't really get a physical therapy prescription or, a treatment plan until they've got that in place. So they can take a look at it and see what needs to be done. So I've been kind of in limbo for almost 2 months now, and it's been very, very frustrating. Yes, and it's actually, I was told it's a CAT scan, not an MRI, which was also something I didn't know until I called back to find out why they hadn't gotten in contact with me. But yeah, it's the 23rd, I believe. It's a week from this Thursday. And alrighty, I think we're about caught up. Oh, on the new Facebook Kumihimo group that I ran across recently, they had a link for somebody who was, I believe, in Singapore, but they look like a native English speaker who apparently has been doing Mardai type friendship bracelets and braids for a fairly long time, like 1978. All right, so we need 5 of these. And I haven't really had a chance to watch a lot of his his stuff, but I was thinking it might be fun to get in contact, watch some of his live streams, and see if I think we get along, and then uh, maybe come up with a way to dual stream or invite him on as a guest. Um, but we'll have to see how that goes. I do definitely want to, at least take a look at the stuff they do and whatnot, because just because somebody does an art I like doesn't necessarily mean I'll get along with them, and I don't see the point of hey, how you going? You want to talk to each other, and then find out that I just don't like them a lot. Um, I don't think that's really um, the way to approach people. And admittedly, it may seem kind of cynical, but um, I've run across people that seem nice on first pass, and then after you get to know them, it's yeah, I probably should have kept a little bit more distance. So, all right. And I found out on this one, doing the first 2 layers together is a little rough, especially if you don't have something to put it on. All right, so this here, and I believe that's a 2x2, and 90. And another 90. Yeah, these want to slide around a lot. Maybe some painter's tape in the future might be a little easier to deal with. So that goes there. And 3, another 2x4, and a 2, and 2x3. Oops. Sorry, a little bit focused here, and 1. All right, so next layer above that is we have a 90 in here. Let's see if I can just all right, that one in place, and another 90 going the other way. So go, and 90 going this way. So let's see. As far as getting these all lined up, and that one. Oh, that one's off a little bit. That's right there. That's right there. Okay. Ah. Um, did I lose that? Now, this is what I was saying about it being kind of fun in the sense the Spanish Inquisition was fun. Right, so this one is there we go. And this one fits in there. Flat. Okay, and then 2x4, and that one goes up there, and get these all lined up so the pins drop down. And this one also, if I understand right, has a little opening spot in it for the little LED light string to go in so your waterfall can have lights in it. And this is, it's odd. Did I get that one too far over? So there, there, okay, and there. All right, that looks right. The top one is now there, 90 there, 90 there, there. Oh, that's where the one was that went. Power of camouflage. That's interesting. So, yep, I'm off by one on here. Let's get this one detached. And let's see, let me move this over a little bit so you can see better what I'm doing. Right, so this one was actually supposed to be like that. There we go. Now that'll line up better. And this one is here. And it's there. Okay. And one there, 1x4 there. All right, and go there, and one, two, three, four. One, two, one. Two and five. Right, so one, and two, and three, four, five. Once again, I complain about the hard to tell drawings. And this one is there. And one, two, Looks like the count might be off on this. I don't know. All right, and that's already on there. And this goes on here. And underside gets a 2 there. And this gets a 90 here. And so that's a 2 by 3. That is offset by 1. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. So off on this one here. One, 2, 3. Okay, so all right, so 2 by 4. Now 2 of those, offset the corner, and 1 open, large one here, and that's there. All right, and on this side, offset by 1, so 2. Oh, that's a 3. Okay. So 3, 4, 2. Okay. All right, so this one here goes over this one there. So, yep. I apologize for the lack of scintillating conversations as I try and get this geometry done with stuff I can barely see. So that's why that was looking weird. Okay, and so this goes that way, and I did replace the blade in here because it seems to work pretty good if I'm very careful to separate these blocks once they're together, because they're a bit too small for the Lego wrench to work. Just gotta be careful not to dig in enough that it gouges. Gotta ease it in between. All right, and there we go. Okay. And so that is over there. And then this Just there. And that's 2 goes here. And 90 goes here. And that orientation. All right, that looks a little better. And then this is off by 1, that end. Let's see if I can get this together here this way. Right. So okay, so that goes there, and this 90 goes here. All right, I think that theoretically locks them together. A little hole for the stuff to pass through. And where did that single one go? Ah. Hmm. And I think I'm still off by 1. Let me double check this. I apologize for my confusion here. All right, so that there, 3 goes there, goes there. Ah, 2. Goes there. And this one comes off here, goes there. And so that 2 is there. So this one is also off by 1. I think I'm about 80% there. It should go much faster after this one's done. Or after these initial 2 layers are done. This one goes, yeah, that makes more sense now because now it locks together. And all right, so that's coming out there, that goes there. And so 3 goes there, that goes there. And where did that single one go? Some of these, it helps if you feel them. There we go. I think that is locked up right. I'll catch up on chat and start in on the next layer. All right, let me catch up here. Yes, I'm definitely waiting and trying to be as careful as I can to not make anything worse. Hey, Amelie, nice to see you on. You can get large silicone mats. Maybe that would help with tiny blocks sliding around. Yeah, actually, like, I'll probably order one. They aren't that expensive, but thank you. That's probably a good idea, at least for these initial layers. I've been used to having where you would make large stuff and then build on it. I could probably actually just have built on there where it's supposed to go, but I don't know. And I was going to suggest rubberized paint for the tabletop. I went with the phenolic because it was free from work and it's got a nice durable finish. It does scratch a bit, but it's resistant to just about everything else. And I've never tried rubberized paint. Autocorrect has done me dirty all day today. I am sorry, Gwen. I apologize in advance for any faux pas. No worries on that. I'm not even sure there is such a thing. I figured they had grippy stuff for steps. They got to have rubberized stuff too. They actually make a really decent paint that is, when it's done, it is just very slightly flexible and has a lot of grit in it. And my previous employer used it a lot for areas where they had a lot of oil and coolant buildup on surfaces so that people could walk without slipping. Yep, rubberized paint does exist. Yay! It's okay, Torn. We're all talking about paint. No worries on that. Loads of fun for everyone. Hey, I'm more than happy when the chat has interesting conversations because it challenges my brain when I catch up to them. Oops, sorry. Hit the like button. Make sure you're still subscribed, folks. Yes, please do so. It's interesting the way that the algorithm tends to play around because I'll like get several and then it'll take them away like one at a time for a few days, and then suddenly I'll get a couple more that get me a little higher. I might go buy some Legos this weekend if I feel better. Well, I hope that you feel better, and I hope you find a Lego kit you like. I'll agree with Gwen there. I was thinking a mat because it can be moved when it isn't needed. Actually, I think I have a mat somewhere for my lock picking set for when I want to like repin locks, and you want to like set them out on like a little thing. So I might see if I can find that and maybe use it the next time. Let's see. I went to the clinic at my doctor's office yesterday. I got prescriptions for these awful allergies. It seems the pollen count is really high this year. Yeah, my allergist was mentioning in like early spring that they were expecting it to be a really bad year. So this year they actually went ahead and did not reduce my schedule for allergy shots just to see if I can make it through the summer without a problem. I'm actually doing really well for me. I thought it was getting better now, but I have a headache and coffee make it worse. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mealy. Alrighty, so we are ready for the next layer. All right, so we get 2 of these and 2 of the 2x3s, 3 of the 90s, and 1x2. All right, and so we do a 2x3 and 90. And okay, actually looks like this has got an intermediate piece here. I'll put this this one here shows where it's got an under piece. So I'm going to set that in so it's ready when that is ready to go. All right, and off by 1. So get that there. Whoops. Almost twisted it apart. Let's make sure everything. Oops. Can't put too much force just yet. The parts aren't really fully supported. All right, and 90 here. As I go up higher, they'll get better. All right, and then this one goes here. Yep, the underside, that one's there. And that goes. I've also noticed with these, if you don't get them lined up nice and flat on the top, they don't always go down. It's like one edge will start going down. And this one goes there. There we go. All right. Looks right on the chart there. Move 31. We have 1. 2 of these. And that's a little disconcerting. Oh, I'm looking at the previous move. Yeah, I can't use pieces that I've already done. All right, so Let's try this again. Let's look at the right move. Okay, so we have 1 by 2, 4 90-degree corners. There's 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 2 by 2 and 2 2 by 3s and 1 the 1 by 6s. All right, and 2 by 3 goes here. Huh. Did I screw that up? No, that's a hidden corner. Okay, yep. So 2 by 3 goes there. Let me get a little bit of light on here. I know there's a little bit of a bright spot, but now I can see a bit better. Hopefully you folks can as well. Hope you don't mind the red Cylon light at the edge there. I'm playing around with one of the new ring lights. All right, and one by 6 there. And 90 here. And 1 by 2 there. So another one where it didn't get on flat. Let's try it back on flat again. Did catch some of the Karen Reed case today. The defense is definitely pounding their questions. And 1 by 2 goes there. And another 90L. And there's a gap there. And 2 by 3. And 90 and a 90. And then move 31 is done. All right. And this next one, 32, we're doing 2 layers at a time. So we have 4 of these. I think that's actually all of those. One of the 2 by 4, one of the 2 by 3, one of the 2 by 2, one 90-degree L, 3 1 by 3s, 2 1 by 2s. There's 1, and oops. I do need 1 1 by, so I guess that one volunteered. And there's another 1 by 2. All right, there we go. All right, so 2 by 3 here. And one by 6. And 2 by 4. And the 1 by goes there. And 1 by 6. Gotta be careful not to press with my left hand. And 1 by 2. After this little pocket there, there we go. And 90 here. And the next one is 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. 2x2, and 1x6, 1x3, and 1x3, and 1x6. And this will be it for move 32. Next one, we start getting in some of the sapphire ones. So we have 3 of the 1-bys. 1, 2, and 3. 6 of the diamond 1-bys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 4 1x2s in blue, or in sapphire. And 1 1x2 in the diamond. 2 1x3s in the sapphire. And 3 1x3s in diamond. There we go. And 190L in sapphire. And 190L in, or 2 90Ls in diamond. And 2x2 in sapphire. 2x3 in sapphire. And a 1x6 in sapphire. All right. This is 2 layers here. So we have a blue or a sapphire in the corner. And diamond 90 next to that. And sapphire 2x2. And diamond 1x3. Make sure it's actually lined up. Go. And 2x2. And 1 by sapphire. 1x3 diamond. And 90L sapphire. 1x3 diamond. 1x2 sapphire. 1x1 diamond. Another 1x2 sapphire. And 1x1 diamond. And that's the first half of move 33. Next half is 1, 2, 3. All right, so 1 by sapphire and 1 by diamond at the front here. All right, there is 1 and 1. If I actually get it on and not just like push it off. All right, and 1 by 6 and 1 by 3 in sapphire. There's 1 by 6. There's the 1 by 3. Let's get this lined up correctly. All right, and then a 90-degree L diamond, and the 2 by 3 sapphire, 1 by 1 diamond, and 2 1 by 2 sapphires. So 1 here, and 1 offset by 1. Maybe a 1 by 3 was that? did a 1x3 and I should have done a 1x2. Grabbed the wrong one. Let's pop this one off real quick. Just want to slide it in between, not cut. All right. It's loose there. There we go. So 1x2 and 1x2. Right, there's the first 1x2. There is the second 1x2. Another individual diamond. If I can get the orientation correct. There we go. And there's the 1x3 sapphire. And 1x1 diamond. I can get it oriented where it'll fit in between these two blocks and actually fit on the pin below it. There we go. Let me catch up with chat real quick. All right. And let's see. Yeah, and it was bad when I woke up Thursday last week and my throat was almost swollen closed. Ooh, that sucks. Hope you're going to feel better, Gwendolyn. I also agree with that sentiment 100%. Yeah, feeling better already. Sore throat is not so sore anymore. Still coughing and sneezing, though. And I was going to ask about the Battlestar Galactica light going back and forth. Yep, let me actually... I'm going to move it just a little bit so you can see the reflection a little bit better. And it's got a lot of different modes. Let's see. Solid red, kind of pulsing. And just staying red, green, blue, yellowish green, purple, lighter blue, darker blue, red again. That's like a multicolored, and that's kind of looping different colors. I'll leave that at that for a bit. All right. Glad to hear that. The red light is for ambiance. Yep, I figured that would be fun. The ambience of being invaded by Cylons. Yeah, the old style toasters using the new show's nomenclature. Why not? Cylons are heartless killers. Yeah, I could see that. Of course, then again, I grew up watching the original Battlestar Galactica. We can handle it. Let's see. Got you back for sure. I'll give them whatever virus I have, see if they survive. Love all the colors. Thank you very much. And that's a cool light. Yep, it actually was cheaper than the other one. The ring is a bit smaller, but the other one, I don't know if the USB port is burning out that it was plugged into, but I was having, sometimes it would turn on and stay on. Sometimes it would turn on for a split second and then shut back off again. It was getting frustrating. So this one does seem to be working okay. I haven't had it shut off on me yet. I'm not sure I'm using the same port. All right, so 1 2x3, 1 2x4, and 4 1x6s. Go for that. And 1x2. Let's see. There we go. 1x2. 90 degree. Oh, there were some more 1x2s there. All right, so 90 degree. And 4 1x3s. And put 4 right here. And the piles of loose ones are getting smaller. And 4 individual sapphires and 4 individual diamonds. So 1, 2, and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. All right, this is another 2-layer one. So we start with a 2x3. At the right end. Looks like it. Okay. Did I have one pop out? Is that? Oh, it looks like that one's offset by one more than it should be. Did not get that one lined up. Fortunately, I can easily move it because it had a hanging end. There we go. This should work better now. All right, so 2x3, 2x4, and 1 by sapphire in the little corner here. There we go. And 1 by 6, and a sapphire, diamond, sapphire individuals. With one gap off. All right, so sapphire and sapphire, and diamond, and diamond at the end, and another 1 by 6 on the backside. Get this lined up and actually on the pin before I push it down. If it's not lined up, it just won't go down. There we go. Next one is 90 sapphire, and the last diamond single to make it a 2x2. And got, all right, 2x2 sapphire, and 1 by sapphire there, and go, and 1 by 6 here, and 1 by 6 here, and oops, did I? Oh, I'm off by 1. That would explain it. Thought I needed 3 of those. Looks like I only need 1 of the 1 by 3s. And now we're done with move 34. On to 35. 2 1 by diamonds. 3 1 by 2 sapphires. So 1, 2, and 3. 1 1 by 3. 4 90-degree L's. 2, 3, and 4. And 1 2 by 3. And 3 1 by 6 sapphires. And this is another dual layer one. All right, so 90-degree sapphire, individual diamond, and another 90-degree sapphire. Some of the 1 bys, because they aren't really locked in on the pin, are a little hard to put something next to it because you got to get the edges to line up. And 1 by 6 and 1 by 2. So there is the 1 by 6 and 1 by 2. And 1x4. Did I miss the 1x4 when I pulled it over? It looks like I did. All right, well, I got one up here. So 1x4. And another 1x6 up here. So does it all fit? Well, it looks like I'm off by one. Right, let's see what I missed there. 1x2, 1x4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. That's a 1x4. That's a 1x2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, that's not a 90. It's supposed to be a 1x2. That's what threw me off. Couldn't see the dividing separator there. Let's just get this one off a bit. There we go. One thing I will have to say is that when I was doing the ADD testing, I found out that my short-term memory sucks so hard you could probably jump-start a quantum singularity with it. Used to be a lot better with it, and it was rather frustrating seeing how much it has deteriorated. I do try to do a lot of cognitive exercise things like playing Sudoku, which I understand is supposed to be particularly good for that. I do reasonably well at it. So I'm not sure why I was having issues with it. I did also look to see if I could set up a 2x3. I did look to see if I could set up a link to Runkle before I started the stream. I did not see it up yet. And he said that he may or may not have a stream tonight. It's normally date night with Mrs. Runkle, but she may be busy, and if so, I think he was going to try and do a recap for the Karen Reed trial. And 90L and 90L sticking out a little bit. And 1x3. I think that's it for this move, which is 35. And we only got one more move on this page. Let's see if I can get this to set right so I can. Nope, it helps if I actually have it in the right spot before pushing it down. Okay, so on to 36. It's another two-layer move. We have an individual diamond, a 1x2 diamond, a see if I can find it up here, a 1x2 sapphire, a 1x3 sapphire, and I need two of those. Right over here already. And 4 1x4s. There we go. And two 90-degree Ls with nubbly bits on top. And 4 2x3s. All right. So, start off with a 2x3, and then a 1x4, and 1x4, and a 2x3, and another 2x3 offset over, one row, going on top of the L's, and a 1x3. Almost looks like there's a white single in there, but the one I've got set aside for this move is on the next layer. All right, so 90-degree L sapphire, corner here, and 1x2 diamond, and a 1x4 and a 1x4 on the back end. And 1x3 and 90-degree L. Oops. Again, make sure it's in the right position before you start pressing down. And individual diamond. And then a 2x3. And a 1x2. So 2x3 and 1x2. All right, and that's the last on this page. We now go to this page. Got 6 moves. All right, so 3 1x sapphires. 1, 2. As soon as I get them counted off, I'll catch up on chat real quick. And there we go. All right, so 3 1x sapphires, 5 1x diamonds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 1x2 and 3 1x3s. So 1x3, 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 and 1x2. And 2 1x4s, 1 and 2, and 1 spiky rise diamond. It's for like an angle surface. And 2 90-degree L sapphires and 1 90-degree L diamond. So there's 1 and 2 and there we go. And a 2 2x3s and 1 1x6. All right. And on the back end, we have this 90-degree L, and we're going to have a 1x hanging off the bottom of it because you can't support it from underneath. But you can put it on top. I don't know if you can see it that well. And that almost fell on the floor. I should probably stop tempting fate so much. Let's. All right, so that is a 90-degree sapphire L. And 1x. Is that? I know. 2x2, not the 90-degree. Or is that a 2x2? I don't think Nope, I don't have a 2x2. Maybe the 2x3. Let's. Gotta pull out the camera and just check because it's got a blow up feature that is very useful to me. All right, so. Oh, it is a 90-degree L, but I have it in the wrong configuration. So. Gotta be careful not to accidentally let the knife slip. I don't want to bleed on stream because YouTube will demonetize you for that crap. All right. So rotate it a little bit. There we go. And 2 1x4s. It's 1x4, 1x4, and 2x3, and 1 by sapphire, 1 by diamond. For those that follow the YouTuber Dark Somnium, who tends to read horror stories themselves with a couple of other voice actors, they released a fairly decent story today. I liked it a lot. For a second there, I was wondering if it was like an SCP story. For those that are not familiar with it, SCP is a mostly fan written or crowdsourced horror genre where there is 1x3 here, a company called SCP, Secure, Contain, Protect, and they're kind of quasi-official organization, and their job is to find paranormal things and contain them away from the public, secure them away, and figure ways to, like, if possible, neutralize them. The SCPs tend not to be neutralizable, and some of them are world-ending threats, some of them aren't. And they're essentially numbered. So the first, I don't know if they did it like 100 at a time, but they release blocks of numbers and people write stories in it. And let's see. There's the smoky bit. There's some pretty good stories, and there's, SCPs can be like places, creatures, effects, and they rate them on their containability and how dangerous they are. There's like Keter, which is like, I think world ending, hard to contain. There's Euclid, which is not necessarily world ending, but also very hard to contain. So, mainly it's been a while since I've read it. Yeah, wonderful, nice and obscured. All right, so I'm just going to start from the other end and see how far I get and what pieces I have left, rather than try and figure out what exactly is the piece that I'm seeing behind. All right, so 1x6. They have something called the hard to kill reptile, which is a giant lizard type being that they essentially have under constant attack by like acids and other things, which keep it in like an injured state. But and this creature also wants to kill basically almost every living thing out there, so they try not to make it sympathetic. At least this particular one. And they come up with a way that they can potentially kill it. They try it. It looks like it works, and then it comes back. And then it's essentially immune to that method of attack again for, I don't know if it's permanent. And, but yeah, it's called the hard to kill reptile for a reason. There's like this concrete and rebar statue that looks horrible. It's got some childish paintings on it and whatnot. And it's kind of like the weeping angels from Doctor Who. As long as somebody is looking at it, it doesn't move. The instant your eyes blink, it'll move and try and kill you. And I mean, admittedly, this is kind of a horror genre, but all right. So 1 and 3 and 2 and 3. All right. So I think this is So that's how we got it. We got 1 and 3 across here, and 2 and 3 across here. And some of them are like, completely harmless. Some of them are like, stairways that just keep going down, and you never actually find the bottom. And there's different organizations and factions. The Overseer Council has like 12 or 13 members. There's supervisors, site managers, um, response teams. Some of the earlier stuff is really good. Some of it's not so good. Later stuff, I don't know if it's just because it's kind of like a saturated genre at this point. So 2 1x1 diamonds. Let me catch up the chat. Sorry. Let's see. Let me catch up real quick here. The original Buck Rogers was another favorite of mine. Yep, I like that quite a bit. And I remember, I think the little green gremlin guy, ODX, and Tweaky, Dr. Ewer, and I forget the name of the Falcon guy in the second or third season where they kind of like lost the plot. Are these micro blocks as fun as the Legos? They're a little more difficult to manipulate, but I like that I can do more complex shapes in a smaller size. Actually, I probably should get back a little more this way. It was only a half day for the trial. Yep. I just checked. Mr. Runkle doesn't have anything up yet. Yeah, he didn't have anything up when I started the stream. I haven't watched all of it. Yeah, that's if it's the trial. Yeah, there's quite a bit of it. Sometimes I start to watch and lose interest and just wait for the recap from Ian. Yeah, some of the testimony is like really frustrating to listen to because it's like a lot of the prosecution witnesses, in my personal opinion, are lying through their teeth, and nailing them down is like trying to nail down Jello. And I don't like that type of conflict. I mean, I can deal with it if I have to, but it kind of grates on my nerves. So the recaps tend to be a little bit better for me. It's date night tonight, so Runkle isn't doing the recap. Oh, good. He was able to do date night then. Mrs. Runkle was not busy. Yeah, I know. He said, maybe. I hope they have a great date night. Yep, I do as well. I have an appointment for my hair, so I'll catch up when Runkle does recap. Yeah, I hope they're going to have fun. And yeah, last week I waited 2 days to catch the recap with Runkle. Hey, Wendy H, nice to see you on. Welcome, welcome. Did watch all of your interview this weekend. It was pretty good. I enjoyed watching that. And hellos there. On Saturday, I watched EDB's live stream of day 10. I probably should try and watch more of EDB's stuff. Yeah, EDB is great. And Loaf of Bread might Loaf of Bread might testify. All right, so let's see. I think I just did, or almost did 37. Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. So 2 are there, and 4 1x2s in Sapphire. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And a 1x2 in Diamond. Diamond pile is getting really small. And 4 1x3s in Sapphire. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 2x2 in Sapphire. Let's see. There we go. 1 2x2. 1 angle flow piece in Sapphire. 1 of them in Diamond. And 2 1x4s. 1 and 2. And 1 2x4. And 1 1x6. There we go. All right. Another 2 layer here. So first layer, we are doing 1x4. Sapphire. And 1 by 2 in sapphire here. Make sure it's lined up evenly before it drops down. And spiky flow in diamond. And 1 by 3 and 1 by 2 in sapphire. 1 by 3. 1 by 2. And 1 by 2 in diamond. And another 1 by 2 in sapphire. And 1 by 6 in sapphire. But yeah, this is like the whitewater bubbly foamy stuff at the bottom of the waterfall. This is just the blue water falling. And that's that layer. Next layer is 2 by 2. And spiky angle in sapphire. And 1 by 3. And 1 by 3. 1 by 2. Or that's 1 by 3. Almost was reading the bottom layer. Then 1 by diamond. And 1 by 4 cross. And oops, snap there. All right, 1 by 2 in sapphire. 1 by 1 in diamond. And 1 by 4 and 1 by 3 in sapphire. All right, that's it for move 38. We have 4 more moves for the waterfall, and then hooking up the lights. Alrighty. So just at 38, we're doing 39. 2 1 bys in sapphire. 1 and 2. 4 1 bys in diamond. 1 by 2 in sapphire. There we go. 1 by 2 in sapphire. 2 1 by 3s in sapphire. There's a 1 by 3 and a 1 by 3. And 1 1 by 4. And 1 90-degree L numbly in sapphire. And 1 spiky flow line in blue or sapphire. 2 2 by 3s. 1 2 by 4. Go. And 2 1 by 6s. We're getting close to the end of the 1 by 6s. Okay. This is another 2 layer. All right, so that is a 2 by 3 at the end here. And oops. Off by 1, which is not quite as bad as divide by 0. Now, admittedly, it's rough when you divide by 0. When the universe divides by 0, but divides by 0. That's a Z, not an S sound I'm going for. Things can get very rough for people in the area, right? And so go and 2 by 3 and 1 by 6 and 2 1 by 3s Did I get that right, or am I looking at this wrong? Oh, I was. Okay, nope, not two 1x3s. It's a 90 and a 1x2, I believe. Yep, that's what it looks like. 90 and 1x2. And then diamond, a sapphire, and a diamond individuals. Diamond. Sapphire. And diamond. And spiky blue flow line. There we go. All right, now we're ready for the next layer up, which is 1x4. It's lined up nice. And 1x6. And we have the two 1x3s I was looking at earlier, which is 1x3 there, 1x3 there, and diamond, sapphire, diamond, and a 1x4. It's diamond, diamond, and sapphire, and 1x4. This one has not got a lot of support on the underside. Let's see if I can get this. Some of the 1x's don't want to let it slide by. All right. Oops. One too far over. And actually, it looks like it was two too far over. So why is that not? Is that because that's not on there? I think I went too far the other way. All right, there we go. All right, that's into 39. We have 40, 41, and 42. This waterfall. So 41 is two sapphires. After I count these, I will catch up on chat real quick. So two sapphire, one 1x3, two 1x4s, 1x4, 1x4, two spiky full line sapphire, one in diamond. So there's one and one in diamond, and 2x2, 2x3, or one 2x2, and four 2x3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and two 1x6s. All right, another dual layer. Let's see. That's a 2x3. And 2x3 and 1x6. So 2x3, 1x6, and 2x2, a 1 and a 2x3. There's the 1 and 2x3 and sapphire spiky flow line. Try not to throw it on the floor. And that's it for that layer. Next layer is 2x3 and 2 sapphire spiky flow lines. It's kind of weird in CNC programming on Mastercam when you're doing a surface that's somewhat irregular, but you need it to be smooth, and you've got it defined in your model. And 1x6. It's called a surface flow line toolpath. And 1x3. And 1x sapphire. And a 1x4. Been at it for about an hour and a half. So I'm going to be a little further along, but let's see how we go at the end of the waterfall. 1x4 and another 1x4. Give me a second here and I'll catch up with chat. Make sure they're all nice and secure. All right. Let's see. The defense is going to toast it. Hello, gorgeous lady, Melee and Gwendolyn. And Gwen, I like onion and garlic cream cheese on my toast. That sounds absolutely delicious. Hey, Wendy, how's it going? Sounds delicious from Melee. Looking good, Torrent. Thank you very much. Yep, it is. And that reminds me, I got to make a loaf of bread. Nice plan to Gwen. And I want to be productive tonight, but I guess I won't be. I am sorry, but at least you're not productive with me, so I appreciate you spending the time. All right, and 41, we got a single 1x2 in sapphire, and so there's the 1x2, and 2 1x3s. There's 1, and 2. And 2 90-degree L knobblies. There we go. And 1 2x2. All right. And 1x2 at the end. There we go. And 1x3 over here. And 2x2, or where did the 2x2 go? Did I put it somewhere? I haven't put it on yet. Knock it off. Oh, there's the 2x2. Okay. 2x2 here. And 90 in that orientation. And let's see. Yeah, there we go. And 90 up here. And this one wraps around the corner of this spiky flow line thing. There we go. That was 41. That was quick. All right, so 5 narrow spikies in sapphire, 1 narrow spiky in diamond. So this is what I call a narrow spiky. All right, so 5 of these in sapphire and 1 in diamond and 3 normal spikies in sapphire. So 1, 2, 3, and 1 normal spiky in diamond. All right, so 2 sapphire, a diamond, and 2 sapphire. So 1, 2 sapphire, diamond, oops, that one did not get lined up right. It just fell off once I released pressure. There we go. And 1, and there we go. All right, so this is diamond spiky flow line, sapphire. That's an individual narrow one, and that one sits there, and 3 of the normal spiky sapphire on this edge out here. There's 1, and 2, and 3. There we go. And all right, so let me grab the electronics part. There we go. All right, so I got this plugged into the USB at the moment. So it's not wrapped around the cable there. All right, so I'll turn on the lamp real quick so you guys can see what it looks like. There we go. All right, so this gets fed in through here. Let's open one here and up out the top. And if I understand it right, it'll go through the underside of something here and then down into that waterfall. Let's see if I can get this to feed through. It's a little bit, I want to be careful not to damage the wires. They don't look insulated, but they're obviously not having a short, otherwise the stuff wouldn't light up at the appropriate times. And there we go. All right, and this waterfall, it's mounted on this side. And all right, so we're just 1 off of that. Line this up. Just double check something there. That's weird. We'll try at the front, but doesn't show it, but it looks like I got a 1x2 that's supposed to go there, so I'll go ahead and do that. Let's put this on. With the requisite force so it doesn't come off easily. All right, and then this one sits here. It's got to be one. All right, I guess this one does have to get offset by 1. Actually, I'll just move this over 1 more. Just put this on here. Goes on the corner. I guess that's our generator house. So, 1, 2, 3, and back. 1, 2, 3, It's showing as 2. All right, so let's move that back there. All right. Actually, I'll go ahead and that's off by 1. That might be why it was having an issue. There we go. It's a little better. So let's pull this up a bit more. Oh, joy. Not enough room to get the lights in. Let's see. Can I raise this up a little bit without damaging anything? Do not want to break the knife edge. I want to break off the top thing. I just want to lift it up from the base. Right, so that looks like it's getting under. So is that enough for the Lego wrench? Not quite. Did not pull it through far enough and did not realize it did not have enough clearance for the hole. All right, there we go. That's lifting up. Let's see, is that enough to get it through now? That looks like it is. All right, it needs a little bit more height. There we go. Got it lifted up from the base. Interesting. Apparently, one of the lights is still going to be outside and on its own. Let's see, let me make sure I'm got enough pressure on here without actually hurting myself with any of the sharp edges on the top. All right, let's try this again. There we go. Okay, so that's not an active light. That doesn't look too bad. Let's get this out of the way over here. And put this back on. There we go. All right, so that is it for bags one. All right, so I am going to, this is all the loose stuff from the other bags I'd set up. Looks like we do have extras, at least some stuff. Go ahead and pull this off and put it in the backup bag. Let's see if I can do this without having anything wind up on the floor. Yep, that worked. Let's get the diamond side off. Let's see what the time is. We are at almost 9 o'clock. Catch up on chat real quick. And happy to be here. It's okay to relax once in a while. I'm glad you're here tonight. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Hey, JL Rees 0313. Nice to see you on. Welcome, welcome. And Torrens knocking down trees now. Yep. Hello and hello. And I forgot your number. Sorry about that. And alrighty. No worries. Hi, Gwen. All right. Oh, I forgot to check who's watching over on Rumble. Looks like we got 2 people watching over there. That's pretty good. All right. And okay, so let's pull out bags 2. All right. So that's the number 2 bag. That's the number 2 bag. Okay, that's a 3 bag. That's a 2 bag. That's a number 2 bag. a number 2 bag. That's a number 2 bag. And a 3 and a 3. All right, so I've got 5 number 2 bags and 4 number 3 bags. All right. So this is what is going to be built out of bags 2. All right, so we have moves 44, 73, 76, 78 to 81. That's where I start getting the organics. 83, 84. So 80. It's interesting. Okay. And yep, it does show where the wire, red line is the wire going through the other waterfall. Oh, okay. So once it's on there, it'll have a channel that you can do that it's going to have the transparent blue blocks on top. So you'll also have it through the river on the top there. Gotta love a river that like flows up out of lake, goes up over the top, and then flows back down. Unless it's got some hidden source coming out of the sides. All right, so let's see. Looks like we have a bunch of moves where we don't get into any of the green colors. So I think these 2 bags, or maybe even these 3, may not be necessary. So since it is a start on its own, not building off of here, I'm going to take this off here and set it over. I got a stand I can do down here. Set this out of the way for right now. And I'll get started on this, if you folks are fine with that. Right, so I'm going to open these 2 bags. And let's ease these out gently. These are relatively large pieces, so hopefully this section will go fairly quickly. And I'll keep them slightly separate. Okay. Let's see. Oops. All right. I don't think I dropped anything on the floor. All right, it just looks like it's a choking hazard warning on the bag. All right. And start off with, we need a light gray 90 degree and a dark 2x3 and a dark 2x4. Right, so 2x4 and all right, so we don't seem to have any light gray in here. All right, so let's see. Looks like we got some light gray in here. All right, so we need 2 90Ls. It looks like they're in this bag. Yep. All right, so I'm just going to do a small cut on here. See if I can't just get out the light ones I need without having this spread all over the table with a bunch of colors I don't need. All right, so there's 1. And sorry for all the ASMR rattling. All right. So 2 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of those. All right, so we have this one sitting like that. And these opaque colors are a little easier to see what I'm doing as opposed to the transparents. Let's get that over there. And all right, so that's 44. All right, next one is 4 2x3s, 3 90-degree dark gray L's, and 1 1x2. Let's see. The obvious 1x2s. Seeing the 90-degree ones. Not seeing any other like 1x wides. All right, so they might actually be in the other bag. Let me go quick, a little bit more. Yeah, I'm not seeing them in there. They might be on this other side here, but I kind of doubt it. Looks like those are pretty much all 2 wide 2. They're just the longer ones. All right, so let's see if they're in here. All right, so dark gray 1x2 and a light gray 2x2 and 3 of the 90s. All right, so there's 1, 2, and 3. Don't need the 1x4 yet. And see a 1x3. I think I'm going to have to at least spread a few of them out. Plan not get them too. All right, there's the 1x2. Yeah, 1x2 dark. 3 of the light, 3 of the dark, and 1 2x2 light. All right, so we're good to go here. All right, so dark 2x2, overlap on 1, and overlap there, and 2x3s there, there. Next layer we have again. Right, so these are going over 1 by there. It's a little hard to see, but they have arrows for over a pin, and it passes through the top one matching there, so that's where I know kind of where I am. It does help a lot for positioning. All right, and so the oops. I think I grabbed the dark gray 2x2 that I need, which is should be one in here. And even though I got the fan on, it feels like it's starting to warm up here. Or, there's one over here. Okay. All right, so looks like this one goes here. And we have a 1x2 there. And a light 2x2 there. And the third right there. And let's see, and 2x3 here. And 2x3 over here. And 1x2, or 98 L there. Yep, that looks like that's right there. Okay. On to 46. All right, so we've got a T piece. It's like a 90L with one extra, and I don't see them here. All right, so I need one 1x3 dark gray, one 1x2 dark gray, which I am not seeing there, and 2x2. Yeah, I think this one's going to have to. I'm going to move this up further here. And let's spill a little more out here. So, all right. Do we have any T's in here? All right, I see a 1x2 dark gray, which I need, and 2x3, and two 2x4s, and one 2x6. I think there we go, a 2x6. I need one dark and light gray T. All right, I am not seeing them that stack. Let's see, are they in this bag here? Are they in one of the other bags? Yep, that looks like this is where they are. Let's do a small cut in here. Hey, Philip Martin, nice to see you on. Let's see, can I get the T's out? There's one dark gray T. And I need a light gray T, which I did just see one, I think. Yep, that looks like it there. All right. So, next move is, so I think it's still, yep, it's that orientation there. All right, and okay, so light gray T goes here. That looks right. And two by four goes here. Lines up with that. And that is the 2x6 here. And did I have a 1x2? Yes, I did have a 1x2 light dark gray. Let's see. Should have one in here, but I didn't pull it aside. All right. Ah, there we go. 1x2 dark gray. Oh, there we go. So that one goes 2 by 2. There. And 1 by 2 there. Let's see. All right, good. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. And 2 by 4 is here. And let's see. That's a 1 by 3 going here. That looks right. And we've got, okay, so that goes here. And that goes here. All right, there we go. Just gonna push this down here upside down, make sure everything's secure. So okay, so that looks right there. All right, for 47, we need a light gray L, 2 dark gray L's, 1 more T, dark gray. Dark gray T there. Okay, so T, 2 L's, 1 L, and two 2 by 3s, and a light gray 2 by 4, which I think would be, yep, in this one here. And 2 dark gray 2 by 4s, and 1 2 by 6, and looks like 1 2 by 8. All right, so 1 2 by 6 and 2 by 8. There we go. All right. So on here, so one, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 2 by 8. So that's this one here. And we are by 1. There we go. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gotta get the camera out for this one. Okay. All right, so okay, so it's a 2 by 6, and then back behind it's a 2 by 8, and a 90, and a 2 by 6. So this one is supposed to be on here. Let's see, can I get it off relatively easily? It needs a little encouragement. Fortunately, I am in a good position for that. There we go. All right, so this is actually needs a little more encouragement. Not quite there yet. I don't think this one's going to actually fall apart all that easy. All right, so we have the 2x6 first. So let's hold it by 1. Go. So it's 2x6 there, and then 2x8. And so I think that was a 90. Yep, that was right. And 2x3. We're really kind of stacking it up here. That's a 2x3. And light gray 2x4 is, let's see, light gray 2x4 is offset by 1 there, and dark gray 2x4 is there, and 2x4 here. 90-degree dark L is here. Looks right. And all right, so this lines up on there. Yep. And there's a 1-pin gap. And then this dark gray T goes here, and this 2x3 sits here. It does fit, assuming they're not too distorted by the fact that they're only being held on by like 1 or 2 pins. All right, I'm just going to take this L off here and put this one on here. There we go. Now I'll put this one back here, and let's see. Yep, okay. There we go. That fits better now. All right. Let me catch up on chat real quick here. Alrighty. It's going to look awesome. Thank you very much. It's going to be epic. I think I picked a decent one. Wow, that's a lot of great pieces. Yes, yes, it is. This is a 3,100 or 3,300 piece set. Be right back. Going to grab dessert. Oops. Enjoy. See you later. I'm back. I hope you got a good dessert. Hey, Philip Martin. Nice to see you on. And you're looking for a gray piece with all the other gray pieces lying around. Remind me of a comic of dogs in a car. They're stopped at a light. Passenger dog yells, "Punch it! It's gray!" Or like in the movie Up, where the older guy and the scout are sitting there along with the dog, and I'm lousy with names, so I apologize for that. And they're calling out car colors, and the dog is always going gray. Oops. And yep, lots of grays. And please hit that like button. Double check that you're still subscribed. We don't want to lose any of y'all. Yes, very much so. All right. And let's see. Quick check over. Still got 2 people watching over on Rumble. And it looks like we're averaging about between 6 and 8 people watching. We're currently at 8 on YouTube. All right. And okay, it's about 9:17. I'll go probably a few minutes more. All right, so we just did 47, so 48. We got 1x3, 1x4 in dark gray, and 1x4 in light gray. So there's a 1x3 and 1x4, and light gray is 1x4, and a 90-degree light gray corner, and a dark gray corner, and a light gray 2x2. Let's see. Right. Let's light gray 2x2. There we go. And all right, light gray T, and let's see what's in here. So light gray T. There's an ivory T, but I think I need the light gray one. Sorry about the noise. If it gets too bad, let me know and I can put on a mute. I was seeing a whole bunch of them in here. Where'd they go now? Right, there's dark gray one. I think I see one. I can just reach it. Off finger. It should still be on top here somewhere. There we go. Aha. All right. And light gray T and a 2x3 and 4 2x4s. So 2x3, 1, 2, 3, 4 2x4s, and 3 2x4s in light gray. So they would be in this bag, I believe. I think I see a couple. So 1, 2, what I might do is off stream, I might sort these out in different color bags. I'll make it a little easier there. All right, so, and I think that's everything. All right, so I think it keeps the same orientation. So 1x4 is offset by 1 from here. That's 2 of them on there. Whoops. Balances off. And then 2x4 and 2x4 dark gray, offsetting 1 row each time. So 2x4 there, and 2x4 there, and 1x4 light gray goes there, and then 2x4 and 2x4 light gray. Get this one lined up real quick. Is that not wanting to line up? Oh, and there we go. Thinking I probably don't have it exactly that way. All right, and 2x4, and 2x4, and dark gray 1x4, offset by 1, and 90-degree light gray L, that corner, and 2x4, not offset by 1, right, and 2x4 dark gray, and let's see, 2x3 dark gray there, and 1x3 next to it, and 2x2 light gray goes there, and the back edge, and we have, oh, I just realized something here. That's not supposed to be an L there. Pop that off. That's supposed to be the light gray T. Go. And we just have the dark gray L here. And yeah, that's the hole it's supposed to line up to. And the light gray one here. All right. Let's just make sure they're all secure. All right. So this matches that. All right. So we are about 9:25. I think I'll probably go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. Well, let's see. Can I get the other ones done here? On this page. Let's see if I can get the difficult to get ones out first. All right, so I need a light gray and 3 dark gray T's. Just pull these green ones out here. Right, so let's see, all told, I need, between these two moves, I need 1 light gray T and 5 dark gray T's. And a 2x3 light gray. Three, 4 2x3 light grays and 2 2x4s. Right, so there's 2 of those. One. There's the white one. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and 2 2x4s, and I need 4 2x3s. Do I have any 2x3s in this one, or is it another bag? I'm thinking that's another bag. So, right, so got those. So, and at least that one's large enough to see. Right, and let's go ahead. Carefully, fall into my hand, and then back in the bag. All right, and I need 4 2x3s. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And right, so got all the light gray I need. And so 1 and 2 1x2s. Dark gray. And 1 1x3 or 2 1x3s. And one 1x4. So 2 and 2 1. Got all the T's, and I need 2 90-degree dark L's. Oops, no, I need 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I need 5 2x3s and 14 2x4s. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14. And I needed 5 of the 2x3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 3 2x6s. Right, so 1, 2, and 3 of them. Yep, there we go. All right, I think that's everything. All right, so okay, and let's see. so 2 and 1. So this is a dark gray 2x4. And yep, there we go. All right, so that's 1, 2, and 1x3 there. Seems like I definitely can't get away from counting on strings. And 2x4 is there. And the gray T goes here. And 1x2 goes there. I get it lined up with a pin. Doesn't seem to want to enough room for that. Ah, I see why. The T was not quite settled where it should be, though if I can't get it that way, there we go. Yep, 1x2 is there, and 2x4 is there. Oops, nope. Nope, yeah, that is right. 2x4 there, and another 2x4. There's a T off there, and 2x3 is here, and 1x3 goes there, and nope, that's not a 1x3. That is a T. That goes there. And 2x6 goes here. And 2x4 goes here. And make sure they're flat. And these two kind of, that's off a little bit there. It's only got the one pin. So, and one of the 90-degree L's goes on the underneath where that explains why it's so loose. It has that under there as an underside buildup, right? And let's see. Let's get the camera here just to make sure I can read this one correctly. So, and this T goes here. And it's a 2x3 and a 2x4. So 2x3 here. And 2x4 here. And so we have one more T here, which goes there. And a 2x4, which so that's the second pin. Yep, there we go. All right, so that is move 49, and we just have 50 left to go. Let's move this out of my way here. All right, and let's see. All right, 2x3 extends out here, and light gray 2x4 is off by 1, and so we have a 2x3 and a 90 with another 90 underneath, which goes here, and that goes there, and that goes there, and another 2x3 and 2x4. Feels kind of like I'm making a whirlpool out of these from the base up. All right, and 2x4 goes there, and 2x4 and 2x4 dark gray. So oops, that one goes over here, and by 1 up here. Just gotta make sure these are nice and snug. There we go. All right, and light gray 2x3 and 2x6 dark gray, and so we have a 90 here, a 2x4, and a dark gray T. So it's 90 here, goes here, and this one goes here, and that one is off by 2, so it gets placed here. There we go. And 2x3 there, and another 2x3, one here, and light gray 2x3 back over here, and 2x4, one gap here, and let's see what else we have going on. Right. So one, two, okay, so 2x4 is, yep, 2x4 is there. And then we have a T and a 2x6. So so the T goes here, and the 2x6 goes there, and got a 1x4 and a 2x4. So 1x4 and a 2x4. Right. And let's see. What did I miss there? All right, a 1x3 and a 90. So 1 by 3 goes here. Get it in. There we go. And 90 goes here. Let's see. Does not want to have enough room to fit there. So you can get it to, yep, there we go. All right, so that's in there. All right, so I still have, looks like a 1 by 2, which let's see. All right, so we had 2, 2, 1, and 2, and that one there. Okay, so I missed it on the underside. This one actually goes there. All right, so we've got kind of an upside down pyramid. All right, that is move 50. And just take a quick look at the next page. Looks like it's more of that. Like I said, I will probably, I don't have to work Friday, so I can do a later Thursday stream. So what I will do probably then is early Thursday, I will sort these out into different color bags, and that way it'll be a little easier. I think that's fair. Let me go ahead and catch up on the chat. Let's go to this bag here. All right, sorry, was kind of focused on getting the end there. All right, and yep, there we go. Cut up on that. Actually, it looks like we got all the chat there. If anybody has anything else they want to add, please feel free to do so. I am going to do a quick check and see if we've got a redirect available. That is live. All right, so actually, I'm not sure if that's the older one. I'm going to back out of here and refresh just to make sure that it's got all of the new stuff. Because I've noticed that sometimes YouTube doesn't really have, I mean, it loads a page and then it doesn't update it until you like refresh. All right, so let's see. Let's go back to the add redirect. And all right, so we have Tuesdays with Tug with Megan Fox. And that one looks like it's the only one that's live. So if you guys are okay with Tug, just let me know real quick. And check over on Rumble. Still got 2 other people watching there. Not doing too bad. All right. Thank you, Gwen. Yep, I think I did a pretty decent progress tonight. Finished off all of the bag 1s, and then I have made decent progress in the bags, the number 2 bags. I think once I get to these larger pieces, that'll go fairly quickly. All right. And all right, so I guess if you guys are okay with Tug and Megan Fox, go ahead and add that redirect. And I'm pretty sure Tug doesn't really know who I am, but I think Megan, I know Jeff has mentioned me to Megan Fox back when I was just about to be monetized and she was demonetized. But, all right, so that redirect is in place. I think we're good here. All right, so, wow, 9:47. That was more than I was expecting, a little over 2.5 hours. Hey, thank you, Melly, for actually coming on and watching. That made that a lot better for me, so I appreciate that. So thank you again, everybody. I will probably have another Lego or Lego-like or off-brand super micro Lego blocks tomorrow night for maybe a couple hours. And then, oh, I forgot to say, my wife and I are going to be out of town this Friday night, Saturday day through Sunday morning. So I probably won't have any stream from Friday night to probably midday Sunday at the earliest. I might do an afternoon or evening stream Sunday. Might be braiding, might be a shop stream. So thanks again, everybody. It's good to have you on. It was really nice putting this together with you folks. And as always, stay safe and happy Legoing. Of course, happy braiding.